just like Yap Islanders. I'm Caroline.
I'm Andi.
We're so fucking back. We are so fucking back. Love Island USA, season 8. We have to reveal Andi has never seen a single season of any franchise of Love Island before today. And this is one of the greatest gifts she has ever given me by indulging me for the next 6 weeks.
This show is pornographic.
I love it so much.
It is absolutely pornographic. As a millennial and sitting here being like, remember when like watching South Park and having like an Eminem CD was considered like vulgar?
Yeah.
It makes me like, I feel like I consider myself to be an open-minded person. I'm like clutching my pearls.
In like 2 weeks, it's gonna be like, you're used to it. Like
I know, I'll be numb to it, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be so numb to it. It's just like, for me, I was like, I'm soothed. My little Sims are here. I'm ready to meet them. I'm picking who my avatars are. I've got some clear favorites already. Hearing Ian do the voiceover, I'm just like, oh!
The only other general thing I want to say is, like, I hope that they are screening these people for, like, oral herpes before, because
they have to.
Okay, great.
Yeah, trust me, there's a lot of screening that goes on, and that's, I will say from the top, what I think we should discuss a little bit, because what I think makes Love Island USA and just Love Island in general so unique is that the show lives in the show, but it also very much lives online. It's a two-sided experience like throughout. I think that's why it's so easy to get enraptured in it, because there's constant information happening at all times. But they've changed a lot of the social media rules for this season because of how insane season 7 got, particularly with Hutta. And Sierra and Olandria and Shelly. We had a lot of stuff that happened last season. So I think they're not having social media handlers this season. One girl and one boy were released before they came into the Hunger Games cages. That is the villa. If you were online with the discourse by the end of season 7, it was pretty bad. So I'm hoping for a much more positive experience this season. Also,
we are drinking our Love Island.
Poppy, we are seeking sponsorship. We love our fruit punch.
Our DMs are open, and this is a lovely little carbonated fruit punch.
Yeah.
I'm very into it.
So I think we got to get into it. Let's get into it. We're going to be breaking it down by couples at the top, and then we're going to be bopping around with big beats from the episode because it was an hour 45, but as we know, most of that was slow-mo, at least 45 minutes.
Before we get into it, though, is there always a music video at the top? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
The music video is only the very first episode.
It is funny, though, because like we were sitting on the couch, and I was like, they're all meeting each other in the villa, but they filmed this music video together. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming before, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Don't
stop. I'm thinking too much. I gotta turn my brain off.
Trinity and Bryce. Okay. It was actually interesting, their couple pairing. They looked a lot like different shades of Nick Olandria, who were the big hot couple from season 7 that are still together. Olandria, famously, Bama Barbie made a Barbie after her. She is exploding in her illustrated swimsuit. Nick is DJing, model, but everyone they were the couple that everybody loved last year. So I was like, it didn't surprise me that we had some similar casting. Trinity was just so funny and bold.
She is really, really funny. Like just her moment with the hairdryer.
She's never seen a Dyson.
I will say, Bryce, to me, looks exactly like the guy from Criminal Minds.
Yeah, someone said that on Twitter already.
Of course. I'm not going to have an original take this entire time. Yeah, he looks exactly like him. I was expecting him to be shallow, but he seems like a very, very good-looking guy who, yes, he's in the bubble because he's so good-looking, but it seems like he has a good heart and maybe a good head on his shoulders. I did think it was interesting that, he's the oldest because he's about to be 30, and she is the youngest at 22.
Also, I loved when, I think Kenzie was the one who said he was a simp. He talked about how he was emotional, and I thought that was very, very funny. Okay, so that was our first couple. Second couple,
Beatriz and Sean.
Beatriz and Sean. Okay, Beatriz is already my number one.
I really like her a lot.
The personality, plus the body, plus the athleticism. Her talking head where she talked about how she likes to be a step ahead of the jokes about her disability, and she's in the haunted house. They're like, you're going to lose your limb. She's like, I'm going to lose another one.
And she like was waving her prosthetic around. She has an incredible sense of humor. She strikes me as the most like real, because I think watching this show, especially as someone watching it for the first time, a lot of these people just don't seem real. And I know it's because like they're still getting their, you know, reality TV sea legs, as it were. And I'm sure like as time goes on and they lose continually more and more sleep because all these people are sleeping in one room, they're gonna become more real as time goes on, I guess. But like she just out of the gate seemed like a real person. She and Sean seem to have a real physical connection like right away with the kissing.
I mean, anyone can have a physical connection immediately. I can have a physical connection with a Trader Joe's cashier anytime that I anyone can have a physical connection. And then Sean. So Sean, I know. You are already, for me, you are a out of here.
Out of here.
I think Sean, my predictions are Sean or KC will be first of the men to leave. I think that, so Sean is a cop. He was apparently was a monster on the dating apps and then had a child. Then, okay, maybe the funniest interaction of the episode, which I know this man, Morgan Wallen, is his most listened to music artist year after year. I can just feel it in my bones. He asked Bea if she listens to country, and she's like, if I would rather have another disability and go deaf than listen to country. You could feel her get the ick in real time when that conversation happened.
Yeah. He's not at all what you would expect. Cause like, you're like, oh, I don't know. The country music thing just felt like it came out of kind of nowhere for me.
It was a test. I think that was a test on his part, because it's a way of
it's sort of like
it's asking about politics without asking about politics.
It's like in Love is Blind, where they ask about like, what do you like do for like physical activity as a way of gauging if the other person is fat. Yeah.
Season 6, when Serena asked Cordell if he listened to podcasts to see if he was red pilled, and he didn't really know. She was, like men talking, and he didn't really know. So
that was funny.
Obviously it was not a match. I think Sean also has 5'9" energy to me. So I just don't see. I think this man's a little big for his britches.
He does like seem really friendly and sweet, though. I think I'm just naive. Is really what it is. Because like I was kind of surprised when like she started to like not feel him. But like honestly, she even said, she's like, if someone had a kid in the real world, I would not date them. Not that it means that like, we're not getting married just because we're dating on the island, but. Yeah.
I think also the fact that we like learned the reveal that it was like off of like a random date. It just wasn't like a committed There's just like a lot that I think, that says more about your behavior. And the fact that he was the only man to go from never look through my phone. I was like 1000%. I would not trust that man with a 10-foot pole, because there's so many nefarious things happening in that Android that he's using. I have a feeling he's an Android user. And I'm making a lot of assumptions about Sean. The next was KC, and he opened the door and no one was at his door.
Yeah, and that actually made me sad, because he seems like a really, like, I think he's like my favorite of the guys, because he seems, I mean, maybe I'm a bad, listen, I have been in a monogamous relationship for over a decade, so like I am gonna be a bad judge of character of these guys. I am not going to be able to see through their surface level without a little bit of extra help.
And someone who's on the island, morally, mentally, I guess, right now, physically, I see what we're looking at.
You're gonna be better at like reading the red flags than I am. I really liked him because I'm like, oh, he like works in nursing, so like anybody who's like changing an old person's bedpan, I'm like, they gotta have a good heart, right?
I think the reaction we saw when he went to the couch and no one chose him, that sort of showed me his vibes. That he was like, couldn't believe that no one chose him. I think his pride was bruised, and
that is a big part of this show in general, because they get people who are hot and know they're hot and are confident about the fact that they're hot. So as soon as these people sense a teeny little bit of rejection, they are like shocked, because these are not people who are used to being rejected based on the fact that they are objectively hot.
And I think also I saw on Twitter already, he's an Aries Sun, Libra, Scorpio, Moon, Rising combo. So I was like, oh, that makes sense for your personality as well. Very fiery and is not going to be like very stubborn and like not thrilled that he wasn't chosen. So,
I did think it was funny that Ariana was questioning him after nobody chose him, and he was like clearly really uncomfortable, and he said, "It happens," and I was like, "It doesn't happen. This is not a situation that anyone else has ever found themselves in behind a giant clown door."
Unless you're on Love Island, you know.
It happens.
It happens. And then next was Sincere at the door, and he had two options of Aniya and Melanie. Like, I'm actually obsessed with all three of them. I think.
Yes.
So he chooses Melanie. My big prediction is that I think Sincere and Melanie will be in the top 3 at the end. I'm already calling that, I think.
They seem really, really
well-matched.
into each other, and they seem well matched. I mean, as someone who's from the Philadelphia area, it sounds ridiculous, but you really can't underestimate the power of 2 Eagles fans being together.
So why do we hate the Steelers? Explain to me, Miss Southern. I don't know what. Okay, Eagles. Steelers. I don't. Duke UNC.
I'm really the least qualified person in the Philly area to tell you this information. Here's the thing. Pennsylvania is a weird state. You have on one end Pittsburgh, on the other end Philadelphia. Pittsburgh is sort of like factory town, steelworkers, etc. And then you have like Philly, which is, I don't know. It's a weird state. It's a weird state. And I think it's because like they're actually really not close to each other. Like Pittsburgh might as well be in Ohio, and like Philadelphia might as well be like New Jersey. I'm assuming, because I don't really know the NFL history, both teams just historically have had like some good runs, and I think they just don't like each other. Sincere actually does seem like a pretty sincere person. He seems like a really nice guy. He seems absolutely smitten with Melanie.
So we find out then that our final couple before KC and Aniya go together, our final couple is Zach and Kenzie. Now, Zach was very familiar to our Love Island audience because his brother Charlie was on season 7, who came in as a bombshell. He was with Hannah and had a very like sad exit. I'm trying to remember what exactly the circumstances were with it, and there's a very funny meme of Hannah holding on to a picture of him that a lot of people photoshopped things into last season. I'll find it so we can put it here. But Charlie was just like, he was just a sweetie British guy. I really liked Zach immediately. I thought he was just like an interesting little vibe, but Kenzie, she's a star. Kenzie is gonna be she's Kaylor 2.0.
I know, but she is gonna piss me off the whole time. I'll warm up to her eventually. Yeah. I'm sure that I will.
She's got kooky hot girl. Just graduated from nursing school and went immediately on a plane to Fiji.
I know, and I was like, girl, we need you in the hospitals. Like, we really...
6 weeks. Nurses are like the backbone of the dating reality show franchise and medical sales. Like, those are the 2 pipelines we're coming from.
Yeah, she definitely is kooky. She also strikes me as somebody, given what ends up happening with her and Zach, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
Someone who is, I mean, she is so hot. She strikes me as somebody who doesn't get rejected very often and is going to take great offense to someone she met 24 hours prior not wanting her.
Her eyes already, I was like, we're in for it.
She's going to be amazing television.
Incredible memes are going to be coming from this woman. I need her on my television for at least 3 weeks. I hope she makes it to Casa because I just think we're in for a ride with her. Much like Kaylor, I hope there are some false lashes that are falling off her eyeballs. And then our final couple is KC and Aniya. And Aniya, we find out, so she works as a marketing director for her family's nonprofit, but we reveal in a conversation with KC that her dad was in the NBA and her mom was a shoe designer. And I already found out her dad, so he played for the Nuggets, which I said, excuse, as a Nuggets fan. So her dad is Donnell Harvey. His final NBA game ever was played on February 13th, 2005, in a 94-79 win over the Nuggets. He played for 2 minutes, and the only stat he recorded was 1 rebound.
Listen, to make it to the NBA, even if you end up being kind of like unsung, is huge. I don't know. You seem to think KC is not long for this world. I don't know. The two seem to be getting along. They seem to kind of understand each other's sense of humor.
Wait until a hot bombshell comes in. I think, like, he's fine for now, but, like, when the right hot guy walks in, that's actually her type. What's crazy is knowing, while we're talking right now, they're already filming day 3 of the show. Because we're going to be day 2. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Crazy. That's, like, really crazy.
I also was laughing because, so last year when they were filming at the same time as Survivor 50, which also famously films in Fiji. And so they were on a different island, obviously, but they could see the fireworks from the Love Island as where they were doing Survivor. So where they were making alliances, they were seeing all the fireworks. I will say one of the things that was crazy, Bea loves a mouth mullet.
I don't know what she meant by that. I don't know what she...
Is it facial hair that goes like this?
Yeah,
like
I
Yosemite
guess.
Sam?
Yeah, I think it's a Yosemite Sam. I'm sure this has been talked about a number of times on seasons of Love Island. I would kill to be in that, like, makeup closet room that the girls hang out in when they're doing their makeup, and it's like everybody has their own mirror. It seems like they give them a bunch of makeup products to try.
Yeah.
I would be like, fuck all these guys. I want to spend all day in this room with my friends.
Well, no, it's the best, because that's, okay, so we can talk about, because it's your first time experiencing, so the men have to make the girls breakfast every day.
Do they have to, or do they just do that?
They should know at this point they have to. If you're not making your girl breakfast, again, you're not long for this world. If the girls have to set one finger in the kitchen, and it's not like they're coupled up and closed off, they don't have time to. They're putting on like a full face. Exactly. So what are the men doing? They should be making breakfast. That is absolutely their job. Ken's job is beach. The Islander boys' job is breakfast. It is always funny to see which of them has never had to make breakfast before in their lives, as we find out.
And Sincere said he doesn't.
Yeah.
Sincere was like, I don't know how to make eggs, and it was really funny. Old geezer, 29-year-old Bryce was like, okay, you can flip that now.
Yeah. That's what ends up happening. It's like they have to form a little community for these men to learn how to make toast.
I can already tell my favorite part of this show, as any reality show, is the friendships that form between the men and that form between the women.
And then what gets interesting as the season goes on, what I'm excited for you to see, is when they make breakfast for more than one girl, or when the girls get breakfast from more than one guy, and they pick which one that they want.
Do you know how, like, birds do elaborate male birds do elaborate dances for female birds? That's what this is. It's like an elaborate peacock of avocado toast.
Oh, yeah. It's like that chimp show I tried to make you watch on Netflix. It's sociology. We're seeing, like, how they, like, come together. But because the routine is basically the same every day. They wake up, the girls get up, they get ready, the boys make breakfast. Then they hang by the pool, they'll pull someone for a chat. And then they go and get ready for the evening. If there's not, like, a game or something, or they get a text telling them someone's going on a date or an adventure, and then they get ready for the evening, and things ensue when we go to the fire pit. If they go to the fire pit, and Ariana... I can't believe I've gone 36 minutes and not talked about how Ariana is the hottest she's ever looked.
Oh, yeah, she looks amazing.
That black
really looks
dress,
amazing.
when she walked in,
I can't even do it.
I know, it was like, it looked like a swan. It looked like, it was like Black Swan.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really amazing.
It's amazing to see, as someone who's watched her for, 12 years on Bravo, and now her 3rd season on Love Island, to see her come this far. It's really amazing. And Tom Sandoval, I will hate you until the day you die.
I had never even heard of her until the whole Scandoval
March 2023.
thing. This just goes to say, like, you might think you're at your lowest moment, but you are just at the bottom of the greatest ascent of your life. So we see, like, the cracks are starting to show in some of the couples before we get to this door thing.
So we see that Zach told Kenzie, he realized even before they went to bed the previous night, he wasn't that into her. He's never dated a blonde before, and that was blowing Kenzie's 2 brain cells out of her mind. She kept telling everyone that would listen that he's never dated a blonde before.
I know, and, like, I hate myself for saying this, and I was like, and you still haven't, because I don't think that's her natural hair color.
As someone who is actually a natural blonde under this,
I know.
No one in Chicago's seen it. No one. A handful of people in LA have seen it because we went to college together. But yeah, it's, God bless her. There are many bombshells ahead. And also, so Bryce and Trinity have a 7-year age difference. So that was sort of a thing that was coming up.
Bryce said, and I really agree with this, 7 years is not that much, except for the fact that, like, 22 to 26, he said, is, like, really where you figure out who you are. And I'm like, yeah. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, I think, if they were both over 30, but also if they were both over 30, they wouldn't be on this show. We're not allowed.
There have been a few that are over 30. But it's like UK more. It depends on, because also then we have like All Stars and you mix some people come back.
Right.
But you'll see some.
I think that was a good thing for him to bring up of like, we're maybe at like completely different points in our life.
So the doors come back. Ariana, we got our slow motion Ariana coming back in the villa, which means we're up to no good. Anytime Ariana's in the villa, things are about to happen. The doors are back, so instead of the big questions that they're having to find out they're compatible like they did before, they now have a green dot and a red dot. Now, they are standing on either side. Each of the couples are standing on opposite sides of the door. If they want to stay in their current couple, they step on the green dot. If they do not want to stand in that couple, they stand on the red dot. Now, first we see Sean and Bea steps on the red, and I'm so happy because I will say from previous Love Island seasons, I do think what I'm liking about this crop so far of Islanders, some of them will play it safe and not really mix it up immediately, and they want to sort of lightly stay loyal. So I'm glad that she's following her instincts and staying red and realizing that, the fact that he has a kid, that's a red flag to her. Also, again, I think the country question was coded. And Sean, of course, because he realized that she's a baddie, but he stayed on the green because he knows she's out of his league. Then the next couple was Kenzie and Zach. Sweet Kenzie stepped on the green. Zach stepped on the red, which we knew that was going to happen.
I was surprised that Kenzie stepped on the green. Like, she seemed already really annoyed that Zach kind of wasn't all that into her.
I think the other girls talked her into it before that conversation that happened right before, where they're like, it's day one. It's okay. He's gonna like you.
They're not wrong,
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our next couple was it KC and Aniya? They both did green, so they both stayed on the same.
Yes.
And then the last couple was... Who am I forgetting?
Bryce and Trinity.
And they both, they were in the middle. That's fine. But Bryce and Trinity both stepped on the red.
And I have to say, real quick, this might change. I have a lot of respect for both of them because clearly they knew it wasn't the right fit. And like Trinity, even though she's only 22, like clearly knows what she wants. I have a lot of respect for a 30-year-old, almost 30-year-old man who instead of being like, ooh, I get to hook up with a 22-year-old is like, this is not right.
Yeah, because like I said, I think it's good that they're recognizing it's night one and that it's as we say in the UK, it's early days. It's early days. You don't need to get closed off at this point. You need to be pulling for chats. Like you need to they all need to be switching and talking to everyone. But we obviously haven't had a full day in the villa to see people swapping around yet. So when that after they pick their circles, Ariana reveals if you are green, you cannot meet and talk to anyone else, regardless of what happens on the other side of the door. If you are red, you can explore other people. So then we have, of course, in slow motion, our 2 new bombshells, which actually just brings the villa up to the number of couples that were supposed to be in the villa before the 2 people got dropped before the season started, which I was laughing at for myself. And we meet Gabriel from Brazil. And then it was
Kayda from New Hampshire.
Who was so hot. She reminded me of the other girls who work in marketing with Matthew McConaughey on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. She looked so hot. She was just like so tall. Gabriel from Brazil, he really like leaned into that immediately. They come in and they're able to kiss anyone on the red. And my favorite thing that they do on Love Island is when they do kissing challenges where they're hidden from the other side, so they're able to use their imagination and pretend infer what's happening. Gabriel unbuttons his shirt completely and just goes in for it with Bea, and it's so hot.
That was a tongue forward kiss.
Yeah, if you're bombshelling, you got a bombshell. You got to come in and you got to make an impression because you.
I will say, I know that they have to do that, and I'm sure the producers specifically tell them to do that. But I sort of hate the energy. I'm like, I like the show for all the wrong reasons, and like all the girls have to be friends, and so I kind of hate when a girl comes in and is like, "You should all watch out for me. I'm gonna steal your man," and I'm like, "Don't be me."
Okay, but then they do become friends. Like, you just...
I know.
You're gonna get used to it, I promise. Wait for Casa, because when we have, like, a whole crop of 6 of them on each side coming in...
Oh my God.
Oh! I'm ready for Casa. We're just meeting them, but we've got a few weeks. I'll temper myself. But
yeah, so Gabriel made out with
Trinity and
Beatriz. Yes, yes. And both kisses looked pretty hot.
Pretty hot. And then Kayda kissed Zach. She kissed
Bryce.
Yeah, Zach and Bryce, and both were very hot. And Kenzie could hear...
I know, she could hear the slurping through the wall, because they're such loud kissers. This is making me feel like such a prude. I'm like, I feel like this is like a co-ed slumber party in high school, like all of this making out in front of each other. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, we're in a lock-in, baby. It's church camp. It's overnight high school vibes, and we get to watch all of it. It's voyeur. We're in the Truman Show. Do you feel like you've been initiated into your new club?
I do. I actually can't believe that this has been going on and I haven't been privy to it.
So we'll be doing these once a week, but we'll pop on if like some big things happen, like when Casa Amor happens, movie night, heart rate challenge, all the staples that we have to look forward to. But it feels like such a weight off my shoulders after your Euphoria. I feel like I've come home. I'm amongst my little people in their bikinis. I hope they're having a great time on day 3 in the villa right now. And but of course, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Let us know what are your first impressions of the Islanders. How are you feeling? I can't wait for the 9 million puns that Ian's gonna make about Sincere's name. Let us know how you're thinking and feeling. We will be back. And we've got more Sex and the City guest episodes on the horizon. Our Euphoria episode just dropped, so we got a lot there for you. So, Islanders, we'll be seeing you soon.